From Tadasana, begin by raising the left arm high overhead with the palm open and facing forward. Flex your right knee, reach down with your right hand, and grasp the inside arch of your right foot or around the big toe. Externally rotate your right shoulder so that the elbow points downward and palm opens skyward. Extend your right leg while at the same time arching your spine and lifting the right foot high into the air. Keep the head up and eyes fixed forward on a point of concentration. Hold this position as steady and as long as possible while maintaining deep and relaxed breath. Slowly reverse out of the pose and repeat on the other side. Natarajasana, or dancing Shiva's pose, is symbolic of the eternal life-death rhythm which continues on in endless cycles, a relentless process of creation and destruction, death and rebirth. Kapotasana, or King Pigeon pose, is one of the deepest, most expansive heart openers that you can do. Press down against the back of your pelvis with your hands to lengthen the lower back. On an inhale, tuck your chin towards your sternum and lean your head and shoulders back as far as you can without pushing your hips forward. When your chest is lifted, gradually release your head back. Then, separate your hands and reach them overhead toward the floor behind you. Bring your hips forward enough to counterbalance the backward movement of the upper torso. Continue to breathe here, feeling the expansiveness in your heart and throat chakra. When you are ready to release, take a deep inhale and rise slowly without torquing the spine until you come all the way up to a kneeling position. Take a few moments to neutralize the spine before resting in child's pose. Ekapada Kundinyasana A is a pose dedicated to sage Kundanyasana. It is a deep, detoxifying abdominal twist, but one in which your legs go their separate ways. Come into it from a standing position by bending your knees as if to squat. Without losing contact between your left arm and your right outer thigh, lift your hips so that you can flip your left foot and stand on the ball of the foot, heel up. Next, lift your left knee off the floor so that most of your weight is on your feet. Lift your hips a little higher and start shifting your weight to bring your whole trunk above and between your hands, with the midline of the trunk parallel to your middle fingers. Leaning your weight slightly forward, bend your left elbow a little, then tilt your head and shoulders a bit toward the floor. This should leverage out your right foot up in the air. When your right foot is up, lean your weight farther forward until your left foot becomes light and then lifts up. Straighten both knees simultaneously. Lift the left leg until it is parallel to the floor, bending your left elbow more. Lift your right foot higher and reach out through the balls of both feet. Lift your chest to bring your torso parallel to the floor. To exhale, pull the knees back in and come into a squat position. This strengthening arm balance helps to tone the arms, belly, and the spine. Feathered Peacock into Scorpion pose. Begin from downward facing dog, dropping into dolphin by placing the forearms to the mat. Press firmly into the palms and draw energy up from the earth as you lift the right leg and left leg, stacking the legs over the hips and shoulders. When you're ready, bring the knees together and the toes and ankles in line. Arch the back, shining the heart forward, and suspend the legs to arch back behind you. Bring the drishti or gaze up to the third eye center. When you're ready to release, elevate back into Pinchamayurasana or feathered peacock before coming down to the forearms and resting in child's pose. These beautiful, deep heart openers help to calm the brain and relieve the body of symptoms of stress and depression. They help to improve the sense of balance, as well as stretch and strengthen the shoulders, neck, chest, and belly.